What's good? This is welcome to NYC TV's Easy Street. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my man DJ Vlad. What's good? How you doing?
What's
today?
cracking, man?
All right. So DJ Vlad, been following you for a minute. You know, see you been doing your thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got your Vlad TV popping off, doing a lot of different things. I always hear your name. You know what I mean? So, just really tell me, like, what inspired you to get in the business? You know what I'm saying?
Just growing up, when hip-hop was first really kind of coming around to the West Coast, and, just seeing movies like Breakin' and Beat Street, and like breakdancing myself, just kind of, I just fell in love with hip-hop early on in the game, in the 80s.
You was a breaker?
Yeah, I was a breaker. I'm a little out of shape right now,
DJ Vlad was
so, I ain't gonna do a head spin right now and put myself in the hospital. But back in the day, I had a mean little hand spin. You know what I mean? I could do the head spin maybe about 3-4 times. Like from there, that led to me kind of dabbling with other art forms in hip hop. I played around with graffiti a little bit. I tried rapping for a couple weeks and realized how whack I was. And I was producing for a while. And when I started DJing, that's when things started to kind of click. And I kind of felt like this was sort of where I belong in this kind of category, and then in 2002 I moved to New York and really started doing it full time.
So where are you originally from?
Originally I grew up in the Bay Area.
Okay, Bay.
Yeah, all around the Bay, Oakland,
Shout out
Berkeley,
to the Bay, the Yay,
Mateo,
Cali, all that. Love it.
Yeah, man. yeah, that's how I grew up.
Right.
And that's where I spent most of my life. So a lot of stuff that I do kind of has Bay influences.
Okay.
A lot of the projects that I do are Bay Area projects, in some way, shape, or form.
All right, so how long you been doing your thing?
I would say, it's good. When I really just sat down, I think it was like 2001 when I said, I'm going to do this full time. Like, I'm not going to do no other jobs. I'm going to turn down whatever other, employment opportunities I have to really focus on this. And then, in 2002 I moved to New York, and that's when it really kind of went into overdrive when I was suddenly in, kind of like the birthplace of hip hop.
Yeah.
And just kind of having all the access to like all these people that I used to see on TV. Suddenly you'd run into them at the clubs, and you can walk up into MTV and do all this other shit. That's when it really got serious.
Okay. So let me see. Damn. What's up with let me ask you this. Since you in the game, what is the status of hip hop right now? Like.
People always ask me that question. I always get this hip hop dead.
I don't think it's dead, but it's just not the same anymore. You understand?
I think it is, man. I think it is. I think that if you look at hip hop and really any of its phases, you've always had the commercial part. You've always had the underground part. You've always had the kind of the revolutionary part. Okay. And depending on what's happening in the world, and the economy and so forth, certain things will, because music is a reflection about what's happening in the world. So certain things will come to the forefront, and certain other things will fall behind. Like I remember in the early '90s, when the economy wasn't as good. That's when like the Public Enemies and the Poor Wretched Teachers, a lot of their music started coming to the forefront, started becoming mainstream, and a lot of people would kind of like sort of frown on the whole jiggy thing and the the whole.
I remember that time too.
You know what I mean? Like I remember when LL Cool J dropped "Walking Like a Panther."
Yeah.
Everyone said how whack that is. He's selling out because he don't have like an African leather medallion. He's got a gold chain. That shit's whack. But Whereas now, Then the whole era came when actually that shit became if you were doing that shit was whack. So you can look at it a lot of different ways. You could say like a Soulja Boy, the type of music he's making is whack and it doesn't belong in hip hop. But I could show you so many songs throughout hip hop history from like Rob Bass, It Takes Two, which are really mindless dance songs.
Yeah, timeless
you know,
songs, man. Like,
yeah, they're timeless, and at the time they're kind of mindless.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You look at it like Rob Bass wasn't spitting like.
You're right.
I like the Whopper, fuck the Big Mac. You talking to me? No. Oh, I got an ego. Like you ain't saying nothing. But it's not supposed to be saying nothing, really anything, because it's really just supposed to be like a fun party song.
All right, so
I think there's always...
Who gave you your big break, or when did you get your big break? Like,
the big break,
when you said, yo, I made it now, like, yo, I'm official, like, you know, like, I got my stamp now.
I mean, there's been a couple moments, like, if we kind of move backwards, definitely, my man Gabi and Steve Rifkin at SRC gave me a big break recently when they made me executive VP over here.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So that's
being in the Universal building and actually having a title behind my name and being part of the whole Universal conglomerate definitely was a massive break.
Yeah.
No matter what type of accomplishments I thought I had in the past, this is definitely trumps it to a pretty major degree.
Okay.
You know, having a VP title definitely makes doing business a lot different.
Yeah, because we definitely in Universal right now.
Definitely Universal. You take a look outside. We
definitely
high up. That was definitely big.
What about you as like a DJ?
As a DJ, the Rap Phenomenon mixtapes.
Okay.
Like the joint that I did with Dirty Harry and Green Lantern.
Okay.
The Tupac Rap Phenomenon. That was real. That was kind of the first big break. You know what I mean? That I think got the name out and got people like, oh, Vlad, I think that sounds familiar. You know what I mean? That definitely helped a lot. I mean, when I directed American Gangster for BET, that was kind of like my first foray into like the TV world.
Okay.
You know, I directed a movie called Ghost Ride the Whip before, which came out.
So, would you have any words of advice for anybody who's like, you know, just not necessarily like what you do with DJ, but just somebody just trying to get into the game and, you know, like, you know, just a few words.
I think that, you know, I've hung out with a lot of CEOs, you know, and a lot of people who are worth a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like me and 50 was kicking it the other day, and you know, I hang out with Steve all the time, and I think what you sort of see in common with a lot of these people is they really focus on one thing, and they try to do that one thing better than anyone else could do it. Okay. And they keep working on it. They keep working. They keep finding, you know, and they keep kind of reinforcing and keep kind of perfecting their skills at that one thing. You know, it's like, yeah, once 50 hit a certain point, you know, yeah, he started fucking around with vitamin water, clothes, whatever. But it's like, but he kind of took over the rap game.
Yeah, for a minute.
You know, for a minute.
For a minute. First came out,
you know what I mean? If 50 was trying to do the clothes and the vitamin water and the website and all this other kind of shit when he was still trying to be the hottest rapper, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
You know, honestly. And it's like, I think when you really focus on something, you know, and you have to be realistic with yourself, because sometimes what you want to do may not necessarily be what you're good at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You really have to listen, you know, you really have to see the effect of what you have on people, you know, and hear what people are saying, and really paying attention. And if it is positive a majority of the time, and you really want to focus on this one thing, you know, you have to really kind of dedicate everything you have into it. You know, I mean, a lot of times I meet people and they got like 13 different job titles. Oh yeah, I got a management company, and I also produce, and you know, I'm also a rapper, and you know, I'm also acting, and I'm this, that, and the third, and you know, chances are they probably suck at everything.
Yeah, because they're not putting.
They're not putting the energy into that one thing. You know, so
12 other things.
Exactly. Yeah. So my advice is, like, if you're really serious, if you really want to be a rapper or a DJ, or you want to be an executive or whatever it is, you really have to sit down and you have to really push everything else out the way and really concentrate on that.
All right, so yo, this is Welcome to NYC. It's your boy Easy Street. I'm here with the legendary DJ Vlad. You know what I mean? Appreciate you for even letting me come through. You know what I'm saying? Holla at you. And you know what? That's it. We out of here. We up in Universal Records. We doing it big.
What up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Vlad. Welcome to NYC.com. You heard?